let's talk about the very interesting life cycle of the giant Amazon water lily. Specifically, the flowers have a very interesting kind of cycle that they go through. So the life of the giant Amazon water lily starts as this spiky little, flower head at the bottom of a water source, and these guys are typically found in, you guessed it, the Amazon. They start to make their way up to the surface of the water, and once they break the surface of the water, they kind of start swinging around in a increasingly large circle. This is to specifically clear themselves some room, because water lilies are very, very aggressive plants. They will, again, swing around like that, like a pendulum, to clear out any other plants that could possibly be encroaching on their territory. Once they have enough room cleared, they will open up and grow out into these very giant lily pads that in some places are strong enough for a human person to stand on, which I just think is very cool. And they continue to grow, oftentimes crowding out pretty much every other form of plant life below it by stealing all of the sunlight. Then, when they're ready and fully mature, they will bloom. The flower produced is this very, very nice, bright white lily flower that opens up and produces a very strong fruit-like smell that is often being described as very similar to pineapples. This is produced to attract pollinators, specifically a couple types of scarab beetles. The beetles are attracted to the scent of the lily and will go down right into the center of the flower to get at the nectar. At that point, the lily will close up, effectively trapping the beetle inside the lily for the entire night. Typically, it also stays closed for the most of the next day, trapping the beetle inside with a food source to keep the beetle sustained and kind of happy inside of this flower. During this time, there is a different type of a pigment being produced to turn the water lily into this kind of reddish, pinkish, purple color to indicate that it's already been pollinated. At this time also, the pollen is being released onto the stamens of the plant, and this will continue for most of the next day, and later during more of the evening hours, it will start to open up a little bit more, just enough that the beetle can fly out. The beetle vacates the water lily at that point, picking up quite a large amount of pollen as it exits. The water lily will start to turn even darker red or purple and then eventually die off because it's already been pollinated, and the pollen-covered beetle will fly over to the next newly opened bright white water lily to start the entire process all over again.